Hello, awesome students! Today we are diving into something super important for your academic journey, APA style. APA stands for the American Psychological Association. They created this set of rules to make scientific writing clearer and more consistent. Think of it like a common language for researchers, especially in social sciences. It helps everyone present information in a way that is easy to understand and follow. Learning APA style is a big step in becoming a skilled academic writer. When you use APA correctly, your papers look professional and show attention to detail. More importantly, it helps you communicate your ideas clearly. APA provides a standard, predictable structure, making it easier for your readers to find information and understand your arguments. Plus, a huge part of APA is about giving credit to others for their ideas, which helps you avoid plagiarism. We are specifically talking about the APA 7th edition, the newest version published in 2019. The 7th edition brought some cool changes like more inclusive language guidelines and simpler citing of online sources. It also has specific guidelines for student papers, making it a bit different and often easier than professional papers meant for publication. In this guide, we're going to walk through APA 7th edition step by step. We will cover the basics, like how your paper should look, the title page, abstracts, the main body, headings, and citing sources. After that, we will tackle the references page and share tips to avoid common mistakes. Ready? Let's go. Alright, let's get down to the nitty-gritty, the basic formatting of your APA paper. First up, fonts. The APA 7th edition is flexible here. You can use common fonts like Times New Roman in 12-point size, Calibri in 11-point, Arial in 11-point, Lucida Sans Unicode in 10-point, or Georgia in 11-point. The most important thing, readability. Always check if your instructor has a specific preference. Next, let's talk about line spacing. Double space everything. That means the title page, the abstract, the main text, headings, block quotes, and references list. Margins are another key part of the basic setup. You need 1-inch margins on all sides of your paper. Most word processing programs have this as a default setting. Finally, let's discuss page numbers and headers. You just need a page number in the top right corner of every page. This includes the title page, the references page, and every page in between. Start with page 1 on your title page. Most word processors can automatically insert page numbers for you. For student papers, you generally do not need a running head unless your instructor specifically asks for it. Always clarify with your instructor if you're unsure. The title page is your paper's handshake. It's the very first thing your instructor or any reader will see. In APA 7th edition, the student title page has specific elements, and they all need to be on their own separate page. It needs to be neat, clear, and contain all the necessary information. This setup helps with organization, and gives your paper an immediate sense of academic professionalism. Let's break down what goes on this special page. First, the title of your paper. This should be centered, bold, and in title case. Directly below the title, after one double-spaced blank line, comes your name, the author. After your name, there are a few more key pieces of information. Following another double-spaced blank line, you'll list your affiliation, typically your university. Below that, again double-spaced, is the course number and name. Then on the next double-spaced line, you put your instructor's name. Finally, the last piece of information on your title page is the due date of the assignment. All of these elements should be centered on the page and double-spaced. And don't forget that page number. It should be in the top right corner, starting with page 1. Now let's talk about the abstract. An abstract is like a mini summary of your entire paper. It's a short paragraph, usually around 150 to 250 words, that gives your reader a quick overview. It should briefly state your paper's main topic or research question, touch upon your methods, highlight your key findings, and give a hint about your conclusions. Is an abstract always required? No, not always, especially for student papers. Many undergraduate course assignments won't require an abstract. However, they are commonly required for longer, more complex papers like theses, dissertations, or articles submitted for publication. If you do need to write an abstract, here's how to format it according to APA 7th edition. The abstract always goes on a new page, right after the title page. At the top of this new page, type the word abstract centered and in bold. Then, on the next double-spaced line, you begin writing the abstract itself. The abstract paragraph is not indented. Just start typing from the left margin. Writing a good abstract can be tricky because you have to be concise, yet comprehensive. Section 5. Building your argument, the main body. The main body of your text starts on a new page after the title page, or after the abstract if you have one. The very first thing at the top of this page is the title of your paper. Yes, the full title again. It should be centered, bold, and in title case just like it was on your title page. After the title, you press enter once, remember double spacing throughout, and then you begin your introduction. All text in the main body should be left aligned. The first line of every new paragraph should be indented by ½ an inch. To help organize your paper, especially if it's a bit longer, APA uses a system of headings and subheadings. APA has 5 levels of headings. Level 1 is for main sections. It's centered, bold, and in title case. Level 2 headings are flush left, bold, and in title case. Level 3 headings are flush left, bold, italic, and title case. Most student papers won't need to go beyond level 2 or 3. In-text citations are crucial for avoiding plagiarism and showing your reader where your information comes from. The basic APA in-text citation format is author's last name, year of publication. Section 6, giving credit where it's due, the references page. After you've written your amazing paper, filled with brilliant ideas and properly cited sources, there's one more crucial part, the references page. This page is where you provide the full details for every single source you cited in the body of your paper. The references page always starts on a brand new page at the very end of your document, after the main body. At the top center of this new page, you'll type the word references in bold. One of the key organizational principles of the references page is alphabetical order. You need to list all your sources alphabetically by the first author's last name. If you have multiple sources by the same author, you then order them by publication year, earliest first. If an author has multiple works in the same year, you add lowercase letters, A, B, C, after the year. A distinctive feature of the APA references page is the hanging indent. This means the first line of each reference entry is flush with the left margin. However, if the entry is longer than one line, all subsequent lines for that same entry are indented by ½ an inch. The entire references page should be double-spaced. The exact format for each reference entry will vary depending on the type of source. Section 7. Oops, avoiding common APA mistakes. One of the biggest reasons for learning APA style is to properly acknowledge your sources and avoid plagiarism. Plagiarism is presenting someone else's words, ideas, or work as your own, and it's a very serious academic offense. Even if you paraphrase, you still must cite the original source. A common point of confusion with in-text citations is the use of et al. In APA 7th edition, for a work with 3 or more authors, you use the first author's last name followed by et al. For example, Smith et al., 2023. Another small but important detail is the difference between using an ampersand, and the word, and when citing multiple authors. You use the ampersand and in parenthetical citations like Smith and Jones, 2023. However, if you are incorporating the author's names into the narrative of your sentence, you use the word and. For example, Smith and Jones, 2023 discovered that. Finally, let's talk about DOIs and URLs. If a journal article has a DOI, you must include it in your reference entry formatted as a hyperlink. Section 8, you've got this. Final checks and more help. So, there you have it, a whirlwind tour of APA 7th edition formatting. At first it might seem like a mountain of rules, but I promise, like any new skill, it gets much easier with practice. Using APA style consistently not only makes your papers look professional, but also shows that you understand how to participate in the academic conversation within your field. One of the most important pieces of advice I can give you is this. Always double-check your assignment guidelines and listen to your instructors. While APA 7th edition provides a comprehensive framework, your professor might have specific preferences or modifications for their particular course or assignment. Thankfully, you are not alone on this APA journey. There are some fantastic resources out there to help you master the style. The ultimate authority is, of course, Another incredibly valuable and free resource is the Purdue University Online Writing Lab, often called the Purdue OWL. Mastering APA style is a marathon, not a sprint. Don't feel discouraged if you don't get everything perfect on your first try. For more tutorials and academic tips like this, be sure to subscribe or follow our channel. Keep learning and keep writing.